Okay. It's the first day of 2024, and baby, I'm still alive. Oh my God, shout out to everybody that made it through 2023, baby. It was rough. And oh my God, I can think of a couple of words that I'd rather not say on the YouTube. I can think of a couple of words to describe 2023. We're going to leave that in the past. This year is going to be great, okay? Blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings to me, to you that are watching this video, and to anybody out there. Blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. May the money pour, okay? Pour onto you. Now, I'm going to be talking about a couple of things regarding love, marriage, and Hunts Point. You know, I like to call love, marriage, and Hunts Point, even though it's love, marriage, and Huntsville. We're going to be talking briefly about the season finale. I know I'm doing a voiceover, and normally I don't do voiceovers, but I'm doing voiceovers. Well, as of lately, I've been doing a lot of voiceovers because I ain't really got time to be doing my hair, putting on wigs and makeup and stuff. And you gonna get what you gonna get, and you gonna be happy about it, okay? Anyway, don't forget to share this video with your neighbor, with your pastor, okay, with the people at the courthouse, with the people of Huntsville, Hunts Point. Share this with anybody you come across, okay? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and put the bell button on for more notifications. Now, we're going to get into it. I'm not going to talk about everything regarding the finale, but I want to say off rip. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give it a 5.5. And the only reason why it's given a 5.5 is because I enjoyed it's because of Mel. I'm giving it a 5.5, and that's definitely no disrespect to Mel at all, but I feel like once again her sit down with Martell carried the season finale. Outside of that, if they didn't have that sit down and that interaction, it would have really been boring. And I'm just going to be honest with you. The Kimmy and Marcel, and I'm going to get to that, baby, because I'm going to read them briefly because I read them a little bit on Instagram. I'm going to read them briefly. But the whole Stormy and her family, I see what they were trying to do, but it just didn't do it for me. That is something that they could have showed in earlier episodes in this season. You understand what I'm saying? They really could have left that out. It just wasn't... It wasn't given what it was supposed to have gave. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't really feeling it. So we're going to start with... I'm not really going to talk about that because it really wasn't nothing to it. The beginning of the episode. It really wasn't nothing to it. Now, the Mel and Martell, baby, I'm about to play it for you. And now I'm not going to show the video for YouTube purposes. Ain't nobody going to flag down my channel. Okay, now I'm just getting in the YouTube world and shit. You ain't gonna take my kids from me. You ain't gonna take my baby from me. So we're gonna be listening to it. So you're gonna be hearing the audio, and then I'm basically just going to go blow by blow on the whole Mel and Martell thing. But first, I also want to talk about and him coming from Carlos. We're gonna be talking about all of that, baby. So hold your wig, hold your lace fronts, hold your bonnet. Hold the edge of the church pews, baby, because we're going for a ride, okay? Now, the whole Mel and Martell, now, I don't know how this woman continues to have the courage to sit down next to Martell's ass. Baby, I have a past, too. And not trying to tell my business, but I got a mugshot. That's what I'm saying. Mel is a lot better than me because I would have took Wanda's uncooked potatoes, threw them damn things in a sock, and bust Martell's ass upside his head. She's a lot better than me when it comes to really dealing with narcissists, when it comes to really dealing with his ass. And I know we can all say, I think we're smart enough to know, at least I want to believe some of us are smart enough. Some of y'all might have went to night school and shit, or the class with like 3 students. I want to believe that some of us are smart enough and educated enough to know that obviously this sit down was for TV. It made for good TV. Whether we want them to stop putting Mel in these positions. Stop having the meetup. Whether we think it's stale or not, it was a good TV moment. And I'm sure that's why Mel did it. I just always feel for Mel. I feel for anybody that has to sit across from a narcissist. Now, I ain't got no degree or whatever, how you slice it or dice it. And I know people overuse narcissism. They don't really know what narcissism means. They never went through being with a narcissistic person, dealing with the abuse that comes with it. But the whole sit down gave me narcissist vibes. And I actually had to exit. Okay, because y'all bitches ain't kick me out. I had to exit out of this Facebook group because they were just doing too much. A lot of people that like to defend Martell and defend what he's doing, you guys are male identified. Pick Mishianas, okay? From Pick Misha land. And a lot of you guys are only taking Martell's side because he's handsome. And as long as a man is handsome, y'all don't care. Y'all just gonna keep defending him because he's a man, okay? Cause he got a blow pop and balls. Y'all just gonna keep defending him. You guys defend abusers. You guys defend men that you really shouldn't be defending, or people in general that you should not be defending. So a lot of times when women be defending him and sticking up for him, a lot of times y'all just doing it because you're male identified. And a man is a man. Y'all don't care if it's somebody else's man. Y'all don't care if it's a piece of a man, a side of a man. Y'all just in his face and defending him because he's a man. And we realize that because we realize the damage that this man has done to this woman. Once again, whether we didn't like them or her sitting down from across from him or not, y'all know what this man has done to her on camera. And even off camera, even if you're not privy to the stuff that he has done to her off camera, you're privy to the stuff that he has done to her on camera. You're fully aware, and it's not like she's the only person that he has done this to. Let's talk about it. This man has a history and a pattern of disrespecting women. We saw him yelling at Nell. That conversation didn't call for him to yell at another woman, be in a woman's face. He loves yelling at other women and flexing his so-called masculinity, but it's not giving masculinity. It's giving real little D energy, in my opinion. Now, as you guys all know, I don't consider myself a millimeter, just like I don't consider myself a barb. I don't consider myself a part of the beehive. Even though I could like a person a lot and follow them and support them and buy their products and do all this stuff and just not consider myself, because there's just a lot of people in certain fan bases that really make it hard for the rest of us. But I really, really like Mel. I really do. And it's not that me being a fan of hers or like her or liking where she is in life. It's not me trauma bonding with her, right? I like the space that she's in now. I can identify where she's at now as a woman and as a mother, because once you leave a narcissistic relationship and you're having to recover and you're having to go to therapy and reprogram and do all change your way of thinking, because you're really in a damn sunken place after leaving a toxic relationship. So I identify with where she is now. I can relate, and it's very inspiring for where I am at now. And I don't trauma bond with her or with anyone, because I've been to therapy. I'm doing the work still. I've done the work. So a lot of you guys trauma bond with her, and it causes you to attack and dox people, which I think is just so foul. It's never been that serious. But I do like Mel. I do enjoy and love what she brings to the show. Now, we're going to talk about the other people that I need to just get their ass off the damn show, because I'm quite over it, cooked, done. The grill is fired up. I'm done. I'm over it with some of the people that need to get off the show, and we will get to that as well. But let's get to this sit down with Mel and Bobblehead. All right, so I'm going to play it. I hope that you guys can hear it because I can't show it. Let's see if you guys can hear it.
It's my hope that we can stand up in a place of peace.
We're not in a place of peace.
What will it take for us to get to that space? That's my whole thing.
It's not gonna happen.
I don't do anything for you.
Okay.
I've been waving that white flag for so long now. Like,
yeah, see, that's where the problem comes in. You pretend wave a white flag while you doing other stuff behind the scenes. So I don't see your flag. Your flag waving is a red declare war flag.
All right, so let's really talk about it and let's really get into it. Number one, he brings her flowers. Now, a lot of people were saying, oh, Mel is being so bitter. Mel is being this because y'all be Mel identified. That's the stuff that I'll be talking about. I do not have to accept flowers from any of my exes, whether I'm with someone else or not. Y'all be saying she's so bitter. Y'all be saying one day she gonna get past it. She's over it. She's over that man. She's been past it. And I think that's why they probably sat down. I could be wrong. I'm thinking that's why Carlos had them sit down. Once again, I could be wrong, but it is to show how much she has moved on. Now, I'm going to get to what Martell had to say, but let's really talk about it, though. Let's really wake it the fuck up. I do not have to accept flowers. And y'all thinking that women have to accept things from men. I do not have to accept your advances. I do not have to accept your texts. I do not have to accept your phone calls. Nobody's thirsty for a man. And I'm a whole married woman. And I have always felt that way after coming out of a toxic relationship, and my narcissistic ex wanted to be my friend. Why are we not cool? Like, you just finished cursing me out an hour ago. I ignored you. I blocked you. You still found a way to find me. Now you gonna sit your dusty, dirty drawers in front of me and I'm supposed to talk to you. I'm supposed to interact with you. That's not for her to do. She doesn't have to do it. And then y'all think because a woman sets boundaries with the man, because God forbid a woman should set boundaries with a man that y'all deem is worthy, y'all automatically assume she's bitter. I could say the word no to you, and that's me setting a boundary. That's not me being bitter. That's me saying I don't have to tolerate your shit on any given day. All right. Let's get back to it.
We got all this stuff that we're gonna
and you should have thought about all of those things whenever you allowed others as well to
that part.
The person you have
that part.
With. No, you're not.
Right.
You're the battery in the back. No, you're not.
Okay.
So yes, you are.
And sidebar. Narcissists always put it's called flying monkeys. Look it up. Narcissists always put the battery in the back of other people that they want to recruit to shame you, belittle you, drag your name, your God-given name in the mud. They use their new supply. They use their flying monkeys to attack you. If you don't know what that means, look it up, child.
Always doing. You was doing 3 days ago in Houston. What is you blowing up and saying all these inaccuracies for to these people? You always doing it.
Right.
No, it ain't accurate. No, it's not actually accurate. You said to me that when we were married, I was going to hotels cheating on you. That's
I didn't say you wanted.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. And you said it multiple times.
You did. Time out. Time to freak out. And this is my problem with narcissists. Right? This is my problem with them. They always say something to you that's derogatory and belittling and really try to chisel away at the new person that you've become. Or they are just always trying to belittle you and chisel away at you. And then you call them out on it, like it could be an hour later. It could be 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later. You run down the stuff that they had said about you to belittle you. And all of a sudden, they changing it. I never said that. I never did that. Yes, the fuck we did. Roll the tape. I had to start recording a narcissistic ex. Now, me going through the motion and letting y'all know my past and narcissists and stuff like that. Once again, that is not trauma bonding with Mel at all. I'm not trauma bonding with her or with anyone that has dealt with the narcissist. I'm just calling it like I see it. Shit. This is what it is. This is what this episode is giving for me. But let's continue.
What did you think we was gonna be walking around being married partners?
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's playing a toll on me, and still playing a toll on you, the children. Like certain decisions we make for the school, certain decisions they make with everything. It all stems from that. What I did.
All right, so I'm not going to play the entire thing. Anyway, she then calls him out regarding him still wearing the wedding ring and talking about manifesting. Like, a lot of y'all like to drag Mel for still holding on to the Holt name on Instagram and all of this stuff. Meanwhile, y'all let this deranged and toxic stuff just slip past y'all edges real quick, like a thief in the night. Because how is that okay for him to be walking around with the wedding ring that she gave him in 2010? How is that okay, talking about you manifesting, getting married, getting back with her? How is that okay? And y'all don't never call that out. Y'all don't never drag him for that. That is deranged. That is scary. I need to get an order of protection. In my opinion, that's just what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Now, we're going to fast forward because I don't want to make this a long video. We're going to fast forward to Kimmy and Maurice. Now, I'm sorry, but I feel like Carlos just needs to take them off the show or make them a friend of, or just have them do guest appearances. If I have to hear about the libido or the la bitty bitty bum bum one more damn time, I'm going to rip my hair out. And speaking of hair, let's just drop this commercial real quick.
Denver's World Hair Care line, an all-natural hair and skincare line. We have amazing apple cider tea tree root rinse for dandruff, all natural with all natural ingredients, and most importantly, affordable for you, your spouse, and even the kids. We also have the amazing papaya body oil, and baby, it smells amazing. Don't forget to head over to denverworldhaircare.com. Use promo code WINNING for 20% off to see all the amazing goodies.
All right, now, come on, shameless plug. Anyway, the link is in the bio for more goodies on the website. Anyway, I'm really sick of La Bitty Bitty Bumba and Uncle Fester. I'm really sick and tired of them. Let's talk about this whole scene. I felt like it was forced. I'm tired of talking about them in their bedroom extravaganzas or the lack of. I'm just tired of it. It's the weakest storyline. It's just draining. And I want to also bring this up, and I want to really also talk about this. The whole him saying he was having back problems and drawing on abs. Uncle Fester, McDonald's chicken nugget head. Where did you get that from? Huh? Can we wake it up? Where did you get the whole drawing on abs? Now, I'm not saying that, and I called him out on Instagram, and I'm not saying that I invented it because y'all know I make funny videos, but I'm not saying that I invented the drawing the abs on the stomach, because we never invented that. It's been done before, but it really didn't make any sense, and it looked like you took that from somewhere. Now, some people could say I'm reaching. I don't really give a damn, because I've had a whole lot less views and ended up being on VH1. I've had a whole lot less views and less followers than I do now, and still been in close proximity of bigger people. So I don't know. It's really looking like you took that from somewhere, but neither here nor there. And we already know that they be watching content creators and watching YouTubes to figure out who's saying what about them. What I'm saying is get their ass off the show. It was not a cutesy moment, and I know Kimmy was crying and saying people were dragging her. No, the person that was dragging you is the Labido Bida Bamba. The person that was dragging you is your husband. He's the only one that has been doing interviews regarding your libido bumba and regarding him not pleasing you, and he's the only one that's been like saying really mean and nasty comments about you being bald-headed. He's the only one. Now, I be in a lot of people's comments, and I'm sure there's some comments that I just don't be in, and I get that, but I've never seen anyone tease her for being bald-headed and having cancer when there's a lot of people that have experienced that, and a lot of people that saw their loved ones experience that. So I couldn't imagine people really dragging her. We would all seen people, if they was collectively dragging her, your husband was dragging her. And I'm sure your husband started that hate train. If there was a hate train. Let's be honest. It was your husband that was saying the most derogatory and vile things about you during a time when you needed people to rally behind you the most. Don't drag us in it. We ain't in this shit. It's this man that told you to roll over and suffer. It's this man that's treating you worse than a dead dog. So... please, girl, please. I need them to either be the friend. I know you don't care about my damn opinion. I need them to be a friend of. Make special guest appearances. Or just get off the damn show. Get off the show. And is it just me? Wasn't there supposed to be like a huge party at the season finale where Destiny gets into it with Nell? I wonder if they... just chose not to show it because Destiny was in it and Destiny's not on the show, and Destiny probably would want a check for showing her. Maybe that's why they didn't show it. But we were all, and they were filming at that time, so we were all under the assumption that we were going to see it. I wonder why they didn't show it. But okay, so now let's get into what Martell had to say under Carlos King's post. All right, so let's hurry up and wrap up this video, right? Because we're going on 30 minutes. And I know y'all wanted me to do a pre-record, but sometimes pre-record just be a lot, child. Anyway, I'm not going to read this entire thing. Y'all can pause it and read it. But anyway, to sum it up, Cliff Notes, baby. And y'all know what the Cliff Notes brand. He's basically playing victim, saying that he might get fired from saying this. Carlos might hit him up and he might get fired for saying this, but they told him to come with flowers. They're the ones that, told him to come with flowers. They arranged it. Basically, Carlos, the producers, everybody... they told him to sit down with her. And the only thing he asked was, my only question was, did y'all talk to Melody? Mel agreed to sit down with him as well. But they told him to bring the flowers. They told him to do this stuff. He said, y'all not going to villainize him and y'all not going to continue to talk bad about him. Okay, now let's just say the producer, executive producer, showrunners, whatever you call it, they told you to bring flowers. They told you to do that. They tell you to bring up topics. They set people up to make good reality TV, but they can't force you to say certain things or say certain things in a way that makes you look crazy. Y'all do that on your own. You do that on your own. We have seen it time and time again where you have tried to get with this woman time and time again. So this is not the first time you brought her flowers. Now, I was on Chef Don Don's live. Now, y'all know I love Chef Don Don. And if y'all have not seen Hotline Bling with me, Chase, Chef Don Don, and Schoolboy, every Fridays, make sure y'all go see that. I was on his live where they was talking about, and somebody said that he had sent Mel flowers before and she left it in the garage. He left flowers at her house. So this is not the first time you bought her flowers. This is not the first time you wanted to have a kumbaya moment. Every time you drag her God-given name in the mud, you want to sit down and pretend like I ain't do nothing. Pretend like you ain't do nothing. Pretend like you didn't try to belittle her, degrade her in front of people, put the battery in other people's back. You want to pretend like you didn't just do the abusive shit that you just did. And we're all supposed to ignore it and act like it didn't happen. Mel's just supposed to ignore it and act like it didn't happen. And the only people that are eating it up and act like it didn't happen, and Mel should just eat up all the bullshit that he's serving her on a raggedy paper plate. The only people that are doing that is people that are male identified and people that are Team Martell. And it's just really not making sense to me. It's really not making sense to me. I heard he also came for DJ Richie Sky, who don't really be bothering nobody. I don't know. They said the comment was gone. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. But I know his comment on Carlos's page is still there. I don't understand. I don't understand. I just really don't understand. And hopefully going forward, we don't have another sit down with Mel and Martell, because baby, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. And I know a lot of y'all can agree, even though we love Mel, I still can't deal with or handle any more sit downs with Bobblehead. I just can't. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, put the bell button on for more notifications. Thank you for watching. Bye.